Hey, what's up? It's Bill Smith. We're going to cover some of the I the Spy questions. I'm interested in the answers, and I want to prevent, people from asking the same stuff over and over and over. So, uh, please be respectful of that guy's time. Don't ask more than one question. If you're going to ask that guy a question on Twitter, focus it with laser specificity, I guess, if that's the word. Just be really focused about one thing. That way this guy can just answer you. Make it easy on him because the dude's like got a machine gun over there right now and he's trying to answer as much as he can, as quick as he can in these like limited sessions. So do him a favor, do yourself a favor, do us all a favor. Be specific and read before you post. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to throw this in there real quick. I've been shadow banned on YouTube. I don't know how long this has been happening. I had some concerns about a week ago when I saw some weird stuff showing up. I used to be able to dominate this search. I used to have the top 3 spots whenever I wanted them. And as you can see on the left, I'm logged in. It shows you that video I did about Alex Jones just being a liar. Like all these people, I tried to make it really clear. On the right is I used a different browser and I'm not logged in, and you can see. I mean, there it is. So there's my proof. I'm being shadow banned. If you want to find my videos or if you want to share them out, I appreciate that, but you're probably not going to find many of my videos on the QAnon search going forward. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Also, this popped up. I haven't had a chance to go read much into this yet, okay, but this guy's named Ray Gricar, Gricar. He was a district attorney in Pennsylvania from 1985 to 2005, and he just went missing, and he's been missing for 13 years. So there's probably some cool stuff in here to dig. I'm just going to present this. I might come back and circle back on this later. But if you're a YouTuber out there and you caught this might be something cool to dig into. I think there's something here that we should know about. If you're like me and you have an interest in ancient history, megalithic structures, ancient human civilization, stuff like that, I follow this guy named Bright Insight. He's a very good presenter. He's honest. And he's got some great information, man. He digs up all kinds of cool stuff. Go check out his work. I'm not sure if he found this, but there's a door on the head of the Sphinx. Like, it's there. So I thought that was interesting stuff. He's a good guy to follow if you like the kind of same stuff that I like. Somebody sent me this. I'll put the link down in the description. It's an archived post. It talks about the bizarre story of Kristallnacht. I think I pronounced that correctly. It was sent from a Twitter account that's written mostly in German. So I'll post the link down there below. It talks about Jews in World War II, Nazi Germany. Since I'm plugging channels right now, I just want to show you this. This is my own channel. You can go over here to the Trustworthy Sources section. I'm going to remove this one. Unsubbed. Elliot Marks. These are my subscriptions down here. These are the people that I think are legit. You can follow them. They're trustworthy. They're not going to steer you wrong. Okay, they're not going to pull a Isaac Green and jump ship. And if you go back to some of my earlier ones, this guy, the Seething Frog guy, I plugged him on an earlier video that got taken down. If you were interested in Jerome Corsi's take on the world, Seething Frog is a much better place to go get this information. Okay, the guy is he's just a guy in his house that knows a bunch of stuff. He's not affiliated with anything. He's a more neutral source to go check out. These are my earliest subs. Okay, if you want to follow just basic QAnon posts, you just want to read out of the posts as they come live or any kind of pertinent information, I back this guy. His name's Stroppy Me. I think he's Australian. I also steer people towards Munder. I think Munder's honest. And James, I think, approaches a lot of different stuff. So just general conversation, I think Munder is a good place to go. So these are my 3 guys. These are my 3 original subscriptions on this channel. Stroppy Me, James Munder, Seething Frog. And lately I've been tracking these guys. So Patriot Soapbox, which have been trolled multiple times, and Space Shot 76. These are good people to follow. I'm also tracking this new account on Twitter. It's called I the Spy. I'm sure you've heard about it by now. It's been up for like 2 days. They're dropping major truth bombs over here. The red pill is strong with this one. So, you know, take it as you will. I don't know who he is. He's not my secret anon. I'm not gatekeeping. There it is. Go look or don't. Your choice. But this tweet was pretty telling. It kind of explains a lot about what's going on. It says, WikiLeaks are traitors now. They were purchased by the DNC. They held Assange hostage. Backchannel 17 was legit, meaning it was Assange, I think. And Assange will testify. So that's fun stuff to read about. This post clarifies it. It's from 2 days ago, right after that first post. It says, Backchannel 17 is not gone forever, folks. The line was compromised. It was not hacked. Military operations needed moved. Clowns ate the line. The bad guys wanted to find them. So tisk tisk jack, don't you know, well, I'll boom 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 and take your money. Destroy Twitter, take you down. So this was my point early. Obviously, you know, I the Spy is not a person that we can stick a face on, but he's kind of confirmed the points that I was trying to make in that first Backchannel 17 video I did a couple days ago. It's just, that's why they said, you know, they put the information out there on Q post, I think 1177 if I remember correct, or 1144. I don't remember it off the top of my head. But that's why they said it's fake. Like, they had to lie to protect the identity of that channel, but now it's kind of out in the open. Once it was out in the open, the channel went down. So, that happened. Early Q posts were talking about Alice in Wonderland. Okay, so let me just make this really clear. Alice is Julian. Okay, Alice was Assange, and WikiLeaks was Wonderland, and it was all about the rabbit hole, how far he tumbled down the rabbit hole once he got started on WikiLeaks. Some of us have talked about, or have kind of tossed around. I've heard the conversation that Alice was Hillary Clinton and Wonderland was North Korea. So let's just put that one to bed. That's not true. There's a meme, and I can't find the post. I'm tired of digging on Twitter, so I'm just going to start talking. I don't have a lot of time anymore. I got to be focused about what I talk about. So there is a meme that brings this up. You can go check for it yourself. But Alice in Wonderland was Assange in WikiLeaks. It didn't take long. This is posted this morning, just a few hours ago. This account saying that the rogue clowns just found the account. And, you know, that means that they're watching YouTube, they're part of our community, they're involved. That's just what it means, I would imagine. And they're laughing at their attempts to dox this guy. Let me see if I can help you. He's at the fort. You can't see him, but he can see you, clowns. So let's play a different game. Instead of running, let's set the clock. So I don't know what this means. I think maybe, you know, it's find each other in the hidden crevices of the internet. Maybe it's they're just going to let this account run now. I don't know. The clock being set, maybe they'll leave this account up until we get to 6/11. I don't know what this means, so you can take this as you will. I just thought it was interesting. He also said this. He said, all the left has now are trolls. That's it. It's just a handful of wretched, well, I'm not going to say the rest of it, but they don't have anything else to use against Donald. That's it. So that's all they got. I imagine he's probably talking about mainstream media stuff. I don't think it's people in our YouTube community. I don't really bite on that one. It could be, though. I spend a lot of my time, or I have spent a lot of my time over the last week and a half trying to call this out, call these things to your attention so you know who to trust and who not. The interesting thing that I will point out is that the people that I told you are bad are now at the top of the list of the QAnon community if you go to YouTube and search. And they're not doing anything better. They don't have more views. They don't have more comments, no more likes or subscribes, nothing. Just for some reason out of nowhere, they went straight to the top of the search. I don't trust Quinn Michaels. I never did. I think that AI stuff is overblown. I think that artificial intelligence is likely never going to be able to take the place of a human mind. Believe what you want, but you go search for QAnon right now on YouTube, and all you're going to find is Cicada, Quinn Michaels, Unirock, Defengo, and all these other people that are just doing their best to knock this thing down. And I'm telling you, these people are going to look dumb here in a couple weeks. So make a list, check it twice, remember who's saying what right now at this moment, and wait 2 weeks. And you'll see what I'm talking about. I got limited time left. I spend a lot of time plugging other people's channels to show you where you can go, because I think the searches on YouTube are going to be, they're not useful anymore. So you're going to have to go to individual people and track individual people if you want this information. You can't rely on search on YouTube anymore. I'm just letting you know that as clearly as I can. Go follow the people that I plugged early. Those are the only trustworthy sources right now that I can verify. I trust all those people. So that's what I'm telling you. You gotta go track these people individually now. YouTube is gonna try to throw a wrench in this. They've already tried. I don't think it's gonna work. There's no threat to the plan though. It can't be stopped. That's what this guy's saying. He spends a lot of time in some of these questions talking about the pharmaceutical industry, how they're gonna try to knock down big pharma a little bit and open up maybe some of these other types of cures, kind of level the playing field. And there's been lots of talk about the dead naturopaths. There's been like 100 of them that have been taken out over the last 10 years. So maybe we get some closure to that here pretty soon. I want to squeeze this in. First, he talks about Southwest Flight 1380. Why was one person taken out and was the whole plane in on it? So this lady got sucked out of a window and died. Half her body was out when they landed, from what I read about that. So they said that it was over the mark. The engine was sabotaged, and it was meant to blow up the plane completely, but they failed, along with the failed 17 attack on the U.S. Air Force that same day. The Q team was warned well in advance of both. So there's been a ton of aviation accidents, crashes, all kinds of stuff. I think this is pertinent to toss in there. Here, this is what I'm interested in, so I'm going to put this in and then I'll see how far I can get into the video. I'm going to keep cutting these, so don't worry. I'll keep reporting. So it says, when will all of the artifacts that the Smithsonian is hiding from the population be revealed? And he says, over the mark. Okay, that's too far. The monolithic structures, the megaliths, are where the true history is hidden. So I brought up the Sphinx a couple times. There are hidden compartments under there. They already know about it. You can go dig. There's some unpopular videos that kind of point some of this stuff out based on 1980s or 90s Discovery Channel stuff that they were able to pull up. When will the internet media be free? No censorship. When the Internet Bill of Rights happens. This is it for me. I mean, if we can get this thing pushed through, if we can have guaranteed First Amendment rights on public platforms owned by public companies, the game's over. Okay? Once that happens, everything will work itself out. So, to see this in here, I actually saw this question like 2 or 3 times. He said multiple times, the Internet Bill of Rights is going to happen. We will get that. So if you've been pushing for that, I don't know if you really need to anymore. It sounds like it might be a done deal. So keep up the conversation, but you might be better served moving on to other topics. That's what I'm going to do. I might still bring it up in the future, but I'm going to focus on some of these other things going forward. I'm going to squeeze this one in. What happened to the flight MH370? Pilot suicided the plane to kill the passengers, 187 to cover up. Now, the MH370, I don't think that, I covered that in like an AIDS researchers video, but I think the MH370 had to do with that new semiconductor that the Rothschild took over once those 4 guys died on the same plane. So, listen to me, man. If you're up to some big stuff, some world-changing tech, do not get on the same plane with your buddies at the same time. Till next time, This is Bill Smith. Thanks for watching.